Hey, everybody. Hello out there. Sorry, I wasn't sure if it started recording or not. But hey, I wanted to give a brief update on my recovery from my l5-s1 microdiscectomy. It happened in November of last year on the 29th. I just passed the 5-month mark, and I noticed that the last video that I posted was a 6-week update. And a lot has changed since then, all for the good, thankfully. And someone commented on that video and kind of asked how things are going now, and I realized, oh my gosh, I haven't given an update in a while. Not sure how many people are watching this or even care, but I have a lot of good news to share, so I'm excited, and so it makes me feel good just to share this stuff all the same. Anyways, it's been about 5 months, which is awesome. Since my last video, I've been given a full bill of health from my surgeon. I saw him a couple more times, I think, since that video, but he told me, hey, you're good to go. He assigned me physical therapy, and I did that over at Select Physical Therapy in Oklahoma City, and with Dr. Kendall Choate and their wonderful staff, and that was great. And I did that for 5 or 6 weeks, I think, or so. And it was a really cool experience, showed me a lot of great stretches and things that I'm still doing even after finishing up physical therapy. So that was awesome. I started off, in that process really, not not very mobile. I was still pretty stiff. My mobility was very limited still. I mean, obviously I could walk and all, but just bending over or using my back in any meaningful way was just not happening at the time. So since then, I've completed the physical therapy, but also during that time, I started a yoga regimen. A very specific yoga regimen called DDPY. Maybe you've heard of it if you're on YouTube. Maybe you've heard of it or seen videos. But it is a combination sort of dynamic resistance, yoga, and cardio. And so I've been doing that nearly every day for the past, I think, almost 4 months now. I think it's getting close to 4 months. So a big chunk of my time since that last update has been doing a lot of yoga. And so I find that I have to stretch nowadays about 3 times a day, sometimes more, on certain days, more obviously if my back is really getting at me. But I guess that's part of my new life now is I stretch when I first wake up. I stretch, I'll do a workout in the afternoon, and then I'll stretch again at night before I go to bed. And I find that to be of great help. But as far as symptoms and how things are going post-surgery, I feel great. My mobility is returning. My ability to bend forward and do the things that I could do before I herniated my disc is starting to return. I can almost touch the floor again with my fingers, in my hands. I'm not back to running yet. I was told that, there's a 6-month window that you don't want to do anything with too much impact because, there's that 6-month possibility of reherniation. So I'm not running at the moment. I am going back to the gym, and I'm doing some light cardio like stair mat, like a stair stepper or an elliptical, rowing, things like that, just to kind of get my heart rate back up and used to doing cardio again. And it feels really nice, but I do miss running. So I'm hoping to maybe over the summer start, maybe some light running again. I don't know if and when I'll ever get to doing, running marathons or anything like that again, but it would just be nice to know that I could walk outside and, run a mile or two if I felt like doing it. I'm back to boxing a little bit, at least once a week. Not really doing anything too intense with that, just kind of getting used to moving my body in that manner again. So that's been a lot of fun. But really, physically I feel great. Mentally, it's just feels like night and day difference that, last year kind of dealing with the herniated disc and all the, the pain that came with that. And then, the mental side of things, I just was not a very pleasant person to be around. I don't think, I mean, I felt like that. I'm sure other people could attest to that. So it does feel night and day, difference between pre-surgery and post-surgery. And so anyways, just wanted to share some positive news. I highly recommend anybody, if you're getting back surgery like a microdiscectomy, as soon as you can, start walking. And I highly recommend yoga of some sort, stretch your spine out, find ways to get your spine loose, find ways to stretch it out, because the best advice that I've received so far comes from that DDPY program that I've been doing, and it's a long spine will hold back the hands of time. And those of you who've, if you're like me and you've had back surgery, you know this all too well, that the opposite, when you have a bad back, it definitely kind of shortens. It makes the hands of time kind of feel like they're wrapping around your neck. So, anyways. I've got to go soon. I've got to go teach my class, but I just wanted to give an update and, life after surgery. One of the best decisions I've ever had. I had a lot of people say, oh, back surgery, don't do it. It's so many things could go wrong, and maybe they're right. I mean, I don't know what the statistics or things like that are, but my experience has been great, and the recovery has been great, and I'm hoping maybe the next time I report a video, I don't know when, maybe 6 months, maybe a little later in the summer, we'll see, but maybe by then I'll be running or I'll be doing even more activities. So anyways, all right, thanks for tuning in, thanks for caring, and best of luck if you are thinking about getting surgery or have already gotten surgery in your recovery. So take care.